In front of knowing fans somewhere on the tractor pulling circuit, Tim Engler is a genius. But back home in Indiana, even his mother couldn't imagine this down-home team being anything but a loser.
My mother said you ought to call the thing Mission Impossible because it never does do anything.
Mission Impossible has only won 7 Grand National titles in the years since. Nobody's perfect, Mom. But when Tim and Billy designed their unique gearboxes that allowed them to cross-mount engines, the competition laughed and felt threatened only in life and limb.
Ralph Banner, I think an awful lot of what he thinks of the sport. He came up to the tractor and he looked it all over and he said, you know, he said, we tried things 15 years ago and some of them were using them still today. He said, others just didn't work. He said, when you get ready to run, he says, I'm going to get behind the guardrail because he says, I don't think those motors are going to stay on the tractor.
Imagine then what they're saying today as Tim and Billy work in a trophy-line shop building a brand new secret tractor. The one that won them 4 championships and dominated the sport is for sale.
We would like to say that we have enough engineering knowledge and stamina to go out, build something new, stay with it, and make it work. Maybe that's some sort of crazy in a way to take something that you knew was a winner and quit and start on something totally new, but we feel like that the tractor we have now has proved its point.
If that old tractor doesn't bring the price Engler demands, $90,000, he'll keep it for a museum piece. But should someone buy it, Tim Engler might wind up competing against it one day.
Once we would sell this to a new person, yes, they would get a tractor that's proven, but we wouldn't give them every gear ratio we've got, and we wouldn't give them all the secrets of where to put all the weights, and they would have to prove that they can make it work as well as we did.
He's told a lot of his secrets in the past, and I think a lot of them come back to haunt him. And I think he's going to be a little more tight-lipped in the future on all his secrets.
And the new Mission Impossible? It's going to be the darndest thing anybody in tractor pulling has ever seen. The Swiss cheese-like holes make it much lighter than anything before, and thus it'll be able, they think, to accept a 7th engine. Nobody in tractor pulling history has ever worked 7 engines before. But then this is a unique team. After all, how many men in this sport have a wife willing to share her home with the tractor?
Very few women would put up with the hours that Billy and I put in around here. If she didn't believe in what I did or really enjoy what I did, well, I'm sure we never would have got married.
And nobody in tractor pulling has had the genius of the man called Bibbs, who puts his ear to those new engines until they purr.
My specialty is whatever's right before me. If it comes to turning wrenches, I seem to be able to do it just fine. If I see it one time, it's all it takes. And as far as driving, for the life of me, I've picked it up, and once you feel it, it's just driving by the seat of your pants. And once you've done it one time, after that, it's downhill.
Downhill for Mission Impossible, however, is just plain unacceptable. Just like the sled they pull every weekend, their challenges dig deep. Their internal engines churn harder and faster. They rule a sport that gets little recognition, no major network coverage, little newspaper space. A sport that only draws huge crowds. And for those hundreds and thousands of fans, Tim Engler is a bona fide American champion, the best there ever was. But Billy and Tammy truly make this mission possible. For Hidden Heroes, I'm Dave Bowman.
This episode of Hidden Heroes has been brought to you by Fram Oil and Air Filters, Bendix Brakes, and Autolite Spark Plugs and Wiring Cable, which are all quality products of Allied Signal.